Sit back and relax.
May chaos reign. War has been avoided, and the lands of Remedigan and Adishmere have a common ground now in Grand Duke of Adishmere and Prince of Remedigan's Tayson Firewell.
As I take you out of your reality.
Long live the Waffle Hut. The demons are starting to flood the lands. The ward is stretched thin, and the Guardians are only now just rebuilding. But just as the plant Salium exists, there is hope for everything to be healed.
An end to my nightmarish dream world.
2 other sovereign lands must be reached if there will be hope, though. The locked kingdom of Gratisbar is still lost to the surface world, and the round-capped rainforest still needs to be informed. Time is our enemy.
Welcome back to the Bros and Dragons podcast.
We must find a way.
We will find a way.
I'm your host and dungeon master, Daniel Gentry, and with me are...
Geek Girl Alyssa, and I play Mirinda Shren, aka Montera Lilnas, Cleric of the Five, and Soul Knife Rogue.
Hannah the DM, and I play Stroop Waffle, Guardian of Bengen, a druid.
Nerdworks, and I play Tayson Firewell, Reluctant Prince of 2 Nations and Omniom Sorcerer.
I'm Posh, and I play Olgi, a Gloomstalker Ranger of the Ward.
Let us adventure on.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
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 Right.
Welcome back to the Bros and Dragons, where the points are made up and the words don't matter. I would like to remind everybody that Dungeons and Dragons as a whole is a homebrewed, rule-based game that somebody put in a book and told you was important. We are traveling down the mountain, the gods' mountains, down the stairs from the Soul Forge, and the whole scene's paused. And then Tayson says,
Tayson eventually will say things as he gets his sheets in the right order. Editing, character sheet, dice, narration. Cool. Last time sucked, but it was good, kinda. We were in the caves still, but we were making our way out of the caves, but then, more angry worms, and that was bad, but it was fine, and, Augie was a little grumpy, but I think we were all a little grumpy because we were all tired, but we got out, and that was good, and then we started camping, and then, Addendum showed up, and I don't know if they need to go to couples counseling, because I don't know if they're a couple or what, but there needs to be some kind of, come to someone meeting, with Mirinda / Montera / and I don't know how that works. Is that a throw? I don't know. But they had a conversation, and then we didn't know where to go. So Stroop had a business meeting, and then she came back from her business meeting and told us that things were kind of up in the air. And Augie went out hunting, and he brought something back, but then he looked all pensive when he got back. But then he apologized for being grumpy after that. So I think we're all on good terms. But we woke up, and everybody was all determined and resolute to do something, and that something is the round cap rainforest, I guess. So there. Let us adventure on.
yay! We'll get it. It'll be season 6, but we'll get it.
No, I knew. I just it was in that I'm holding 2 different things, and if I put one of them down, I'm going to make a noise, and then I'm going to have to do an edit, and I don't wanna.
We don't want to do an edit.
Which I say, and now I'm immediately going to have to do an edit because smart.
But the group heads out after you guys packed up camp. And as you start to travel, is there anything that anybody wants to talk about?
So
My name's
Stroop,
Hannah. Yeah.
do you still have some of that special? she puts her fingers up like this, like in a little V that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I got some. Are we in the right part of the world where it's legal here, or do we need to wait until we get to a different spot?
You
Any
know,
ideas?
it's the end of the world. I don't honestly think anyone gives a fuck.
It may be the end of the world, but I'm not going back to jail.
Back to Stroop. When did you go to jail?
Oh, that's not important. That's not important. But here you go.
Doc, is the D&D equivalent of marijuana legal in this continent? Because if I'm a prince of a couple of different nations which seem to be around this area, I need to know if I need to uphold the law in front of these other people that are also, like, basically the world's... Wow, you're doing this in front of a lot of authority figures. Sorry, I just started doing some math.
Tayson, we are the authority figures.
Well, you told me that I had to pay more attention to, like, you know, being princely and stuff. So,
Yes, and being princely sometimes means looking the other way.
I thought that was very specifically the opposite of what you've told me to do literally every time that we've brought it up.
It depends on what it is.
Is my station literally just a point of convenience for you at this point?
Sometimes it is, other times no.
What
Tayson,
about
you're our friend.
what about now?
Just look the other way, Tayson.
Tayson walks forward.
You guys travel on. Nobody else seems to have a problem with it, just Tayson.
Tayson's just confused.
I'm making a point just to stay far enough ahead where I'm not in the smoke or anything.
In case you have a P test for your job. Okay.
Yeah.
The ward works in mysterious ways.
You travel through the little bit of forest there, and at the edge of the first day, you make it just where you're still in the forest line, but you could see the plains ahead. Easily enough, you guys set up camp, unless you want to push through. I'm not conducting this.
No.
No more
not
pushing
again.
through terrible situations. There's sky and stuff out here. It's great.
We're not about to be eaten by worms this time.
I mean, hopefully.
Hopefully.
No. We're just
Hopefully.
surrounded by demons. It's fine.
Look, we're always surrounded by demons. That's not new. The worms was new.
To be fair, the worms could still be here. We just wouldn't know.
You're not wrong.
Why would you say that? Why would you put that in my head? Why?
But,
Why?
it's just the obvious.
We're not friends anymore. We're not friends right now.
Okay. Look, I was about to say that you were friends really fast for Stroop, and that's impressive. And then she took it back even further, and it's just right now. So
Yeah.
you
I
made a
have
good
a-
impression.
I do this. I'm really good at what just happened.
Oh, okay.
It happens a bit.
Making friends or being on friend hiatus?
Friend hiatus.
Oh, okay, got it. I don't mean this to be an insult, but that checks out, kinda. I get it.
Mm.
Camp is set up. Whatever you're doing for dinner is fine, as there's a lot of meat left over from the deer that was just taken down less than a day ago.
Damn, felt like a week ago. No more.
It definitely felt like 2 weeks.
You sit around the campfire, and oddly enough, nobody's speaking. I think Giamine and Posh and even Ava every now and then like looks over to Miranda like they want to ask a question. They don't. Ava.
I'm
It's
assuming she notices. It's not like they're hiding this, right?
Oh no. Yeah.
She's just going to turn and go, ask the question.
Ava goes, I got this one, guys, because, you know. Is it boyfriend yet? Do you know? Did you have that conversation? Did you bring it up at all?
She kind of just goes, puts her hand over her mouth and goes, we didn't exactly get to talk about it, no? You know, labels are, But what about you and Tayson?
Hold on, real quick. You said ask the question, and then when they asked the question, you said that you're not maybe, and then all.
And that's the answer, Tayson.
I'm just saying, you kind of invited it, and then you said, no, thank you, we don't want any, but we're already in the house now.
I love Tayson. Just out of character, Tayson's hilarious. I love him. Well, you're not wrong, Tayson. The answer was I don't know. We did not have that conversation. We talked about, Deimos, and the fact that I am apparently marked for death by Deimos. Which seems a little bit more pressing than if he's my boyfriend or not. Don't you think?
Well, okay, I didn't, sure. So why are you marked for death by Deimos?
So remember when I told you guys about having a conversation with the gods?
Yeah.
Well, apparently the gods' chairs act as conduits, and he heard every single bit of that conversation with them.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you give me a brief description of what that conversation was? I'm a little indisposed in the brain area right now. So you gotta remind me.
So I had a conversation with the gods about them not helping Deimos, basically. They are going to remain a neutral party and neither help Deimos nor help us. Because, you know, it's not a good look if they're helping us and not helping their brother.
Oh, okay. And so Deimos got mad at you for that?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't. Yeah, it's not an emotionally mature response, but you know, I guess he is.
It's true. He's the god of hatred and tyranny. Of course he's gonna go with the emotionally immature response.
Ugh. That's fair.
Two things, real quick. One, I'm still gonna mess up your name, but thank you very much for the rate. Second of all, I was gonna interrupt this regardless, so don't feel bad. This is why Hannah's better at D&D than the rest of us, because she literally put it into the world for weed to be in her frickin' stick, and then used it as an excuse for, hey, I'm a little, like, maybe high or something right now, and that's why my memory isn't all that great. Can you help me out?
Well, I also wanted like the viewers to
Yeah.
get a little recap.
Yeah, it's that's okay. Fine, better at D&D and a professional. I mean,
Nope.
like,
Nobody's bringing up the best part of this because we've had this conversation about how Hannah doesn't know anything about this, and this is 100%. Just like cooking is like she's just putting it out there. She doesn't understand it, but she's like, I just do these things.
listen,
and it
some of these
works.
words are gonna make sense, and if you make enough words with enough confidence, people are gonna agree with
Yeah.
you. It's not even the
Yeah.
belief; it's agreeing. Wow, appreciate you.
After Hannah says that, though, there's like a small silence as everybody's processing. And then you tell what's going on. And then it's G-Mine who says, no, it's not more important. Looking at Miranda.
Exactly. And she goes back to... She
No, I mean,
takes a...
the end of the world thing. It's not more important.
I'm sorry, Lissa is running on like 3 points of exhaustion today. So
Miranda said that the Deimos thing was more important than finding out what your relationship is like. Where it's at, talking to him about your relationship at all. G-Mind's telling you it's not.
Okay, look, maybe next time I'll bring it up if I remember. But right now I have to cope with the fact I'm marked for death by the fucking god of hatred and tyranny. I'm processing right now.
I mean, you marked him first.
Technically the world marked him first, not me.
You. Like, you decided that we were gonna take down Deimos before Deimos decided he was gonna take down you in particular. You're part of the world, sure, but like, I mean, you kind of called dibs.
Technically not wrong. But in my defense, one of us has to do it.
Right.
And you're a youngin', and deserve a real life, Tayson.
One big question conversation thing at a time. So do you want him to be your boyfriend?
I mean, it wouldn't be terrible, no.
That's kind of like what I asked, I guess. Tayson drinks his broth.
G-Mind continues and says, no, you don't understand. I'm not... Who cares about the boyfriend or the label? Did you tell him how you feel about him?
In my own way?
So no.
No, I didn't.
Then what are you fighting for?
She looks at Stroop and Tayson. I'm fighting for these nerds.
Yes, but they are fighting for you, and it's a great group thing. But I've seen you fight. Your passion's more than just an all-powerful created being, as he points at Tayson, or the Guardian herself. Both in their own right. Not needing another. If I heard the stories from the teacher, from Tayson, right, this man believes Tayson's all-powerful and could take him down himself. The Guardian, whether it's Stroop Waffle or somebody else, is one of the most respected beings in the entire world.
I lean over to Stroop and say, especially when it's Stroop Waffle. Not just because.
Thank you, Tayson. I needed that ego boost.
I wanted to give you the ego boost because I feel like he tried to inflate mine too much. I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, my ego never needs boosted that much.
Oh, can I loan you? Can you loan me some?
Some ego? Trust me, there's enough for the entire party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does this passing of the ego boost look like?
Yeah, it's 7th level spell ritual. We'll figure it out later. We're not there yet.
I was just gonna blow smoke in your face.
Oh my god!
Okay, I promise
That's
I'm done with
perfect.
that.
You're shotgunning Tayson?
I don't know why it just popped in my head, but the Halls commercial, breathe deeply, my friend.
I am tall and I move a couple of inches. No.
But G-Mind's looking at you, and he's everything's important. Everything's a calling. Everything has a chance. But you have something greater than anything else. Knowing that you may give your life, you have someone to love. I just think it's wasted if you don't tell them.
she takes another puff. Off. What are we calling this?
We'll call it Silver Vine.
Silver vine is actually a thing in real life.
I don't care.
So she takes a puff off the silver vine and bites into her deer meat and kind of just looks off into the distance. And you guys see her playing with her pack. And then she
Ava.
stands. What's Ava doing
No,
before
go
I say
ahead.
that?
And then she stands.
And then she stands and she's waffling.
When G-Mind's saying all this, your intent, but I think Stroop, looking around, and then when Stroop, he goes a little, looks away. And I'm sure Tayson notices this too, but Ava, at all times tries to be near Tayson, except when business makes her not. And she definitely has that cut and dry, nope, I need to be in front no matter where Tayson is, kind of, but when things are relaxed like this, she's sitting next to him. And as G-Mind's talking, she slides a little bit closer to Tayson. She's eating, but she's looking down. Something about what G-Mind says, and you've traveled with Ava enough now and her ups and downs, and she's not one of those people who hides her emotions. You see her, her thoughts, her wheels are turning from the conversation that's said. Just giving you a heads up from that.
The wheels in the head go round and round, round and round, round and round.
They're also tied to a absolutely world-destroying angel that is inside of her too, so hopefully don't turn too fast. But as it dies down, everybody starts getting ready for bed.
Before bed, Miranda's gonna go off. She's close, so if she got in danger, they could hear her. But she pulls out the stone and goes, and another thing.
And you hear the voice. Straightening his tie, he says, yes. Another question.
Not a question. A statement. And she goes up to him and just wraps her arms fully around him and gives him a very deep kiss.
The exchange is absolutely mutual.
And she is very unlike Miranda in this moment. Where normally she comes off as this very confident individual, just very playful and everything. She's shy in this moment. I think I'm falling in love with you.
I guess it's about time that the battleground becomes even then.
And I just wanted you to know, in case anything happens before the next time you can see me.
I haven't learned to process this yet. I've lived a very long time. But the first time I saw you enter Rangia, I couldn't escape wanting to be near you.
I hadn't realized I had captivated you then.
You're more unique than all the stars in the multiverse that I've seen. When the Archdemon came for you, I left my whole legion, knowing I'd be punished, to try to help you. And I won't lie, it felt good to be needed during that.
She brushes a stray hair out of his face and kisses him. Thank you.
For what?
For being my savior. For being a reason to fight.
Is this all you needed from me?
It was. I'm
takes
sorry.
Sure.
Esri is right above me snoring. So I'm
That's
trying
pretty
to
good.
keep a straight face.
This is why I'm so happy about Ezra. But anyways, he takes his fingers, slightly brushes your cheek, and then grabs the back of your head. Have no doubt, Miranda Shea. Whether it's love or any other power in the universe, you have my heart.
Good night, Addendum. And she gives him another kiss and walks back towards the camp.
And he just fades. It's so blurry. As night comes around, Tayson, can I get a wisdom save?
Absolutely. Well, I make this save because it's at 32:54. Hello, taking notes and editing. Hey, Sin the King. Thank you very much for the raid. We're popping off tonight. Thank you, everybody. I hope you're enjoying what we're doing. Cool. That's an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing the ball has slots.
No, you said plural. It's got a slot.
It used to.
Slot. Slot.
First of all, I'm not going to have you all put disrespect on my friend's name. It's Globy. And Globy is now full. He's had a large meal. He's stuffed.
Long live the Waffle Hut.
Long live the Waffle Hut.
Why don't you go ahead and roll on roll me D100.
Yep. That's a 00 and a 5.
So 5. Ooh, okay.
What's Globy eating for dinner tonight?
Tayson, while you go to sleep, you know Ava finishes her patrol. You don't like to sleep that much, and you know that she's set up near you. She's never invaded your space, but she always has been putting her bedroll next to you as you go to sleep. You have some old dreams. They're similar, and at first you could fight through them. The school, the people there. Now you see a younger Babbitt serving your meals. A little bit more focused. You see other people now. You can picture their face. You've been through it a million times, but yet it gets you every single time. In your head, you see Juniper, who takes your hand, places it to her chest, and says, "It's got to be you," and charges a spell and pushes it through your body. This is usually when you wake up, but you feel this intenseness and you hear a voice in your dream. "Already too late. Let me see." And there you are, crying, holding your hands as all these runes are now hitting your body, interjecting the blood around you from the 9 other dead students. You scream out in pain as they sear into your flesh. And you remember the anger of what everybody in that school did for this moment. And as you push out a globe of interchanging rainbow with black and void, impossible dark, impossible bright, all at the same time, and we watch this building shatter. Because you're in the inner room. Splinters of wood, concrete destroyed. Teachers lay there, unbreathing, bleeding. You shoot up in your dream as you're holding out your hand for some reason. And you watch as the energy comes from your arm that seems to be glowing in a color. It seeps out and you watch it go into the surge ball. Sweat is pouring. It's a cool night, so it automatically brings coolness to your skin. And as you look around, Ava's right there, sat up, hand on your shoulder, not saying a word.
Sorry about that.
You call your spell Juniper, but that's the 3rd time I've heard you say her name in your sleep. Who was she?
Ooh, okay. Sorry, we talked about labels and stuff like that tonight, and I think I kind of get it now, because I don't know what I'd call who Juniper was to me. So she was one of the other students in the school that I was in, but she looked after me. So I mean, like I loved her, you know. Not like oh, you know, the have babies kind, but the like always gonna be me and her, and you know, that's what my plan was, and I think that was her plan too, or at least she made it seem like that was her plan until it wasn't. But yeah, she's she's why I'm still alive. So I'm thankful, but I also kind of resent her for it. But not because she's ever meant ill will towards me or anything, but you know, she's been gone for a while now.
She pulls up your sleeve a little bit, looking at one of the scarred runes, and says, "Which one is she?"
Tayson, because I guess Tayson has a button shirt. Tayson unbuttons the top two buttons of his shirt and just kind of pulls it down and shows it. Not quite over his heart, but very, very close.
I'm sorry you had to go through all of that, Tayson.
Well, I mean, we've all got our own shit, right? It's been about the last year or two where I've found out that what I went through was actually something to go through. I just kind of assumed that this is, the world's terrible for just about everybody, and we just take turns trying to make it not so terrible for each other, Misery loves company doesn't just mean that we all have to be miserable together. It means that sometimes if you're miserable, you can find company and comfort in other people who are also miserable. Maybe make the world a little bit less shitty. But I appreciate the sentiment. I do.
I want to be here for you, but I don't know how. Does that make sense?
Literally? No. Figuratively? I think I get it. But I mean, you're here. I feel like you're here. I feel like you're here for me. I feel like you're here for other reasons, but I'm one of them, and that's plenty.
Truth be told, you're the only reason.
Okay, that is a little alarming because the whole world ending thing. Like I was hoping you're at least partially vested in that.
No, I don't want the world to end at all.
Oh, okay. Then great. You've got more than one reason to be here. That's good.
Oh. I mean, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
This is the only chance the world has as a small group traveling through the world, not knowing where they're going next, trying to deduce what the next stage is, thinking that they have the answers without the answers.
No, less thinking that we're the only shot and more, hey, we're gonna try and give the world every chance that we possibly can. I haven't, don't worry, I haven't let it go to my head for all these real smart people saying, oh, I can do this, and I'm designed and I was born for that. I'm not, that is not going to my head, trust me. So this is one extra little something against overwhelming odds. That's all. Right now I'm really just a really glorified messenger. You know what I mean?
I mean, you've taken the duty of messaging people.
Yeah.
Are there not wizards that could do that?
See, maybe, but I don't know how we would have contacted any of the people in Graditspar. They've been kind of gone for a while. But somebody else kind of sent them, well, my sister, I guess, sent them a message. And then we got there. So, yeah, I guess anybody could have done it if they tried hard enough.
Yeah, that's been bothering me, actually. How did she know you were going?
When I said that people were really, really smart, I assume that they are most of the time. And sometimes there's oversight.
But she went there
Mm-hmm.
before you
Yeah.
knew you were going.
Well,
what if you went to the Round Cap Rainforest first? Or what if you choose not to go to Graditspar? Or what if we didn't find the entrance?
sure. Well, like I said, teacher, she didn't do it. I mean, she did it, but I think the teacher told her to do it. And whether the teacher's got his magic fingers in places, all across the world, or if he's spying on us, or what, I mean, he's always kind of had tabs on me.
even when he hasn't. So that, or maybe he just knows what I would do. You know, as much as I've kind of got not the greatest feelings about him, he was around me for a decent bit.
How do we know this isn't being orchestrated to help the return of Deimos? Does that make sense?
Depends on who. Teacher would very, very, very much not want Deimos to be around unless he wanted Deimos around on purpose so he could be defeated. But according to what Miranda heard from the gods, even if he's defeated, that somebody else is going to kind of be there. So, that's kind of why we're doing this, and frankly, why we're piecing together and doing things. I don't want to say on a whim, but I can't think of a more positive way to spin it. Is because things are kind of orchestrated all the time. That's been my life, you know? So this is something that I kind of want to do. So even if it's being orchestrated by somebody else, at least I'm feeling like I'm making the call. At least I feel like I'm doing something right.
I mean, you're right. I mean, your father put people together. Did he know Stroop was going to become the Guardian?
I don't know if he knew
That Miranda would talk to the gods?
Did he know? No. Did he know that Deimos wasn't gone and that they were probably going to come back? Or try to come back? Yeah. Then he made me. He didn't make me responsible, but he didn't take the burden of responsibility away from me, and he made sure that I made good friends. Did he make you talk to me?
No.
Then there you go. Some parts of it, orchestrated or not, they're good, they're bad, or in between. But the point is that they are, and that's where we're at. Do I need to be more concerned? Am I being too oblivious here?
No.
Am I missing?
No,
am I missing a point? I really don't want to put everybody in danger because I'm being obtuse.
No, you put it in perspective. Even if it's being charted this way, you're making the decision to. So
Okay.
that means it's you. So follow your lead.
Well, it's us. Us. Yeah.
I don't know what stake I've got in it. I came over to repay a debt.
But I mean, we're all in this together.
True. And if you fail, I can stop him. I just don't know how much a Remedigan escapes the wrath.
Not worst case scenario, close to worst case scenario. You being here means you know more than you would have if you weren't. And maybe you're a little bit more prepared for what happens if we don't succeed.
Oh, no. No, not at all.
Okay. That's kind of disappointing. All right.
Try to get some sleep, Tayson. She lays back down.
Sure. Sleep.
Group, did you want a business meeting tonight?
To the last business meeting, no, I absolutely 100% do not want
Just
to
checking.
explain.
In fact, I won't ask anymore. When I talk about going to sleep, you tell me if you want a business meeting if you want.
Cool. I'm gonna get a gavel.
Cool.
I'll just bang it
Just
anytime I want a business meeting.
all right, just
we're
say
going
it.
to bed.
Whether you're banging the gavel or not, just verbalize it.
Maybe.
Algie, through this, like, you wake up from the Tayson thing, you listen to that conversation. You've been listening to the conversation of G-Mod and the fire and everything going on. Just giving you a heads up that you're processing that with everything that you've done in your own life.
I've at the moment I've been listening silently to as much as I can.
But you all fade back to sleep, wake up in the morning, pack up camp, and start across the plains. The forest itself, the other side of Remedigan's forest, is a visual not too far away. Takes a couple of days, but it's pretty flat here. You can see it. And you all know beyond that is around Capped Rainforest. And from my understanding, 3 of you have been there. 1 is not. The plains look different. Whether it's the moon's reflection, that red haze that seemed to have come up out of nowhere, the different time of year it is, whatever it is, it just has a different view about it. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look unhealthy. It doesn't look bad. Just weird. It's quiet all the way through as you travel.
Am I able to get any elevation and like see if there's anything going around in the plains?
There's no elevation. The plains are very
It's
flat.
very
and
flat.
You're in the middle of it, yeah.
Nice.
They are plains. By their
Plain.
definition, they tend to be flat.
I just like that. Sorry.
In which case, am I able to use rope trick as we travel to try and get some elevation?
Yeah, I think you can, right? It's 40 feet of rope or something.
60 feet.
You keep looking up. Do you need something?
I just need to go up.
Oh, okay. I cast
It's done.
levitate on Algie.
Oh, pfft, I ain't coming back down. I'll tell you that now.
I mean, it's some. I mean, hey, actually, give me that rope. As
You
he's
want the
floating
rope?
there.
Are you going
To
is
make
Tayson
a
going
dwarf balloon, 100%.
So
All right, yeah,
before,
all
you,
right.
before you promise anything, read the wording and levitate for it.
Don't do this to me, Doc. I got so excited.
I like it. I'm not mad at you.
I'm gonna pull it up because I'm afraid I wrote it down wrong now.
So if you remember, you did this as a Waffle House. You can go straight up. You can go straight down.
Mhm.
You can't be pulled to go one way or another.
Can only move by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach. All right, fair enough.
And so I just saying, if you're going to
Yeah.
promise it, cool. I'm not mad at you. It's not going to work, but you're more welcome to tell him you're going to do it.
Oh, I haven't told him anything. I just told him, hey, give me your rope. I'm still gonna have a dwarf balloon. I'm just not gonna go anywhere with it.
Just happily standing there with the dwarf balloon.
Yep.
I like it.
I got this at the fair.
To be
To be fair,
To be fair.
But you can elevate up, and as long as you're holding onto the rope, you're limited by the rope. But I don't think you're limited by anything but time.
Nice. In which case, I want to go up as high as I can so I can scout the area.
60 feet?
60 feet? Exactly right.
And one, you can go up another 60 feet. You can go up another 60 feet.
I think they have to
I
stay
can
within
keep
range
going.
of the spell. Listen, I don't
Is it?
know. I have no idea.
I have never used levitate.
I
so
told
I
you
don't
to pull
know.
it up.
I did.
I'll do it.
We're
I'll
playing
do
with
it.
literal not physics. I don't know
You're
what
right.
to tell you.
You're right, and I love giving people more. I just don't want to do it to the point where we're breaking things.
Yep.
So
I will
Let's
tell
just
you
look
this:
it up
if
real
you
quick.
give me the ability to make it go up further, there will be a problem. We should probably chill it out. At
So the
60.
range is 60 feet.
Mhm.
The person in range can rise vertically up to 20 feet and remain suspended there for the duration. So it's only 20 feet.
See, my trick goes up 60. As well as I
Yes.
can't be targeted while I'm up there.
I got more slots
But
than
this
you.
visual is more amusing for now.
Rope
Got a
trick at the
point.
top of your levitate. I don't know. Anyway, you get up.
Ooh.
You're
Yeah.
somewhere between 20 and 60 feet, and it doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I can raise him as an action. There it is.
So,
By 20
13.
feet.
What was that?
13.
13. I mean, you've traveled here many times. You know there's clans, specifically dragonborn, orcs, and then a mixture of minotaurs in that worship the plains, travel the plains.
Yeah.
You don't see any of them within your purview of that, but that's not unusual. They migrate. There's only a few of them, and they seem to migrate together. You can look as you're heading south. You look off to your right. You do see in the horizon, very far away, but you can make it out. The line of green turns black and then turns green again, where the dark forest is. Outside of that, not a lot. Anything that you can see going on the plains. A few animals running around, enjoying themselves.
All right. I think from where I'm like perched holding this rope so I don't go any further, I'm like, there's some strange colors shifting in the trees. South.
Okay, so it's green to the south, and then as you look right, it turns black, which is the dark forest.
Aha.
And then it turns green again when it comes to the north of that. It's not
Aha.
changing, I promise you.
It's not changing. Gotcha. So it's just the dark forest and the trees. Oh, okay. Never mind. So I climb my way back down and
Okay.
make myself comfy. I think I'm holding onto this rope for a little bit until the spell wears off.
If you're on the ground, you can walk,
Oh, hell yeah.
unless Tayson wants to mess with you.
I mean, down button on the elevator. We're cool.
You guys go across the plains, and in the middle of it, you watch as the sun starts setting for another day.
I think this time at camp I want to keep an eye out. I want to be on patrol at some point.
So you're going to
Turn
take
it
a double up with one of the elves who seem to have split their shifts up pretty well, so there's coverage.
Yeah.
Tayson, what do you want to do?
I want to look at Globy and see what's in him right now. I know there's a Misty Step because that was actually told to me by someone who is much more informed. I don't know what the other two are. One of them's new and the other one's like 4 months old. And I redid my character sheet, so I'm sorry.
Forgotten.
Yeah.
So one of them, one of them, is the time spell that the teacher cast. 'Cause he told me about
Okay.
that. And there's a conjuration, but now you see, or I'm sorry, one's a teleport, but now you see 2 conjuration spells.
Wait, so is there 4 in here?
3, 2 conjurations, and then the time thing.
Okay. But he told me that one was like a Misty Step spell.
He told you, well, yeah, that's how you guys did, but it teleports you 60 feet.
Okay. Okay. I don't want anything bad to happen. I will go up to Stroop and Ava.
Mhm.
Well, I'll go up to Stroop because I assume Ava's nearish. Hey, Globy is full, so I need to go burp him a little bit. I don't want to mess up whatever good impression Augie already has of me, and I don't want to accidentally throw lightning at Miranda again. So, could you come with me, and then you two will stay opposite sides of me. So if I do something, one direction or the other, you can prevent somebody from dying.
Yeah, I'll go with you for sure.
Okay,
For sure.
Absolutely.
great. All right. So I want to find a place about 150 feet away from the camp
Okay.
on these plains, and I want to do. Conjuration comes from my stomach too. That feels about right. Tayson is gonna hold Globy right about at his stomach, and try and summon this little light purple wisp of the not teleport.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me.
Okay. It's a 3, and again, I'm hoping that Ava and Stroop are both far away in opposite. Okay.
You do this. The blue envelops. It comes forward as a blackness. A portal of a sorts opens up in front of you. It's not blackness as you focus. They're dots of stars. As a square box looking mechanical just drops out in front of you. And then the portal closes.
And the box is still here.
Yes.
I made a thing.
We can see that.
Globy gave birth to a cube.
There's a lot of shapes involved. But yeah, that's
I'd love
weirdest.
you know how this works. I'd love to tell you that I've got it handled, but like
I'm ready, and I take out the spice whack and prepare to whatever
Smack
whatever
a
I hold like a
box.
baseball
Yeah.
bat. Yeah. I'll smack that box so hard. Won't
I-
even know how hard I smack that box.
I whatever. I go and try and like poke this box.
And then you watch two little slits open up on the side, and then two right underneath it. The ones underneath are a little bit bigger. And as they do, you watch little gear circumferences pop open, and there's eyeballs. And this thing pops up, and it just starts going straight at you.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I don't. Can I help you?
Did you just give us a tiny box, Tim?
It looks at you funny when you say, "Can I help you?" And then it just two slots open up as where the box ledge meets. It opens up slightly. Wings pop out and it flies off.
Could be a problem for later. Sounds like
Ava-
a later Earth problem.
Ava goes, "What was that?"
Well, it was a box that was a cube that got legs and wings, and it talked to me, and then it left.
What did it say? Huh.
I mean, I'm interpreting. I don't know. I'm sorry.
So you conjured a sentient box?
I mean, Globy did it.
Right. Let's blame Globy.
No, we don't. We're not blaming Globy. I'm giving Globy credit.
Have I seen this thing fly off?
Yeah.
Can I take pot shots at it?
Absolutely, go for it.
Oh, yeah. I get at least 2 Does a 26 hit?
That'll hit.
And a 23.
Okay. Roll me damage on
Funnily
both.
enough, both miss. This is actually Deimos, everybody.
Alright, so that's a 7 and an 8.
Okay. So a total of 15 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With its fly speed and what it's doing, you're gonna get 2 more shots before it gets out of range.
Hey, come
So,
on.
so a nat 20 and a 20.
Okay. So what's your max?
My max damage.
Yeah, it's like what, 13, 12?
So 8 plus 3 would be
11.
11. Yeah.
Roll another d8 for that one.
So that's an extra 2, and for my normal shot, I got 10.
Okay. As you fire, this thing's way out there. It's a very small box for you, Algie. After 40,000 years, practice with the bow is no big deal. You cock back, you get it light in sight, you raise it a little bit because it's out a distance, and you fire, and you watch this black arrow go through the air. And then you watch when it hits, like pieces shatter, and it comes plummeting to the ground about 300 yards away.
Nice. In which case, I go straight for it. I think I'm sprinting at this point. It's like I've got to get to this thing.
Oh, God. I'm sprinting after Augie.
Yeah. If there's nobody that's staying back, everybody runs that direction. And as you go, you see this destroyed box, gears on the inside. One little part looks little biological, but it looks mechanical at the same time. It looks like a heart of some kind. It has other mechanisms in there, little discs. Marinda, roll me a history.
Alrighty.
So sad.
Well, he's just doing his job.
I know. I summoned a robot and you shot it.
It's 18.
18.
Uh-huh.
You've heard of this type of people back in Eberron, where Eberron at one point in its history was infested. It was very lousy with these shapes that are robots. They collect data and then seem to vanish all at once. It happened in your history. They did capture a few, and you know that some of the things from what they were saying before, these are living creatures that were created and constructed, and their whole purpose that you know is to gather information and bring it back to a bigger collective of information.
You summoned a spy, Tayson.
Did I summon somebody else's spy, or did I make a spy and then they
I
got
don't
shot?
know. Can I get a vibe check on the corpse?
You got like a split second before I stomped the heart.
No,
I'm not-
stop it!
I'm not, the heart's not pumping, but I mean, you do you. You want to roll for a vibe checks on a corpse. I could tell you if it's lying to you or not.
It's definitely lying. It's not getting back up.
Are the purpose of vibe checks. I'm just saying.
I'm Daeson is very sad.
Some of the gears twitch.
I'm gonna get a vibe check on a corpse. Fuck it.
Go nuts.
It's true. Can you fix it?
That's an 18.
It's definitely not lying to you. You know for a fact.
All right, I'm gonna
Would casting Cure Wounds on this tiny thing work?
I don't,
don't
know,
know.
but you know what? Stomping on it will definitely work as well in the other direction.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna.
I'm completely coup de grace-ing this thing. I'm making sure it's dead.
You say what you say, Miranda. Stroop, you get up there. I don't know if you want to try something, but you literally got this one thing before I allow Algie to absolutely, utterly stomp this thing like it was a printer from the office that didn't work.
Okay, I'm gonna shout at this little box. Please feel better and cast Healing Word to see if that does anything.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
The best
You-
healing word.
You say do better to give yourself some distance as you're away from it, and as you get closer, you know the spell went off. You saw the components dissipate towards this thing. It went into this thing, but it hasn't changed. And then, as you guys are sitting there thinking, you watch Algie just come up and single stomp, break this thing open, pieces go everywhere.
Thing with that, I clean my boot off, just kind of scrape it like I stood in something, and I walk back to camp.
I look to Miranda and Tayson and say, I don't know how I feel about that guy anymore.
Look, you said that about Addendum, and I'm dating him now, so...
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to like all your boyfriends.
Well, you're not wrong. It would be nice if you did at least somewhat like him, Shrew.
If he does something that makes me like him, we'll see. But until
I'm
Until
pretty sure
that
him coming and saving our lives several times should have been something to get him in
That's
your good
debatable.
graces.
I mean, in my book, everybody saves my life every once in a while. I work in a kitchen. The fire
many times-
extinguisher has saved my life.
I was going to ask, how many times have you lit the kitchen on fire, Stroop?
Fewer times than you would think.
But definitely not zero.
Algie's walked away. He's got good distance on everybody. Ava's just standing there and says, do we just leave
Tayson
it?"
is already digging up earth and like preparing to bury this thing and give it last rites.
But do we bury it?
I can't hear you. My fingers are already dirty. I don't have a shovel.
Ava just puts a hand on your shoulder and says, if you really are adamant about this, and she touches the ground, and you watch the piles of dirt just appear around it as now there's a perfect square hole.
No. I used magic. I brought it here. I don't know if it was alive before or not, but it was definitely alive here. And then it got shot because of me bringing it here. So I think it's my responsibility to take care of it.
But it's what I'm saying is I don't think these components, and she like has one little spring in her hand, and she's like, this is obviously metal. I mean, do you want to put this in the ground?
It talked to me. I don't know. Like if I died, I don't know if you'd like leave my arm outside of my grave because it's just an arm. I don't know.
First off, there's a difference between an organic being and a built construct. As she's
It
playing with the
talked
spring.
to me.
Okay.
I didn't understand it, but still.
There's spells you could talk to plants. Do we bury plants when they die?
Yeah. It's called compost.
We can speak with animals. Do we bury them after we eat them?
Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, just because it's not good to leave like those things like just kind of in the sun and stuff.
Technically, if we're talking about defecation, like, we should be burying it anyway, because one, it bears and shit like that.
I'll
But
tell-
two, contaminating the wildlife area. It's not good for the water table if we don't.
I got it, and I will pull out several ties, and I will make little bag out of some of the many ties from
Okay.
Martin's house. So it is in a little makeshift satchel, clumped together,
Okay.
and then I will bury that.
I mean, this thing was pretty tall. It's like 3 feet.
Oh, I thought it was much shorter. Than
Oh no.
that. Oh, I am not going to do that with lots of ties then.
I mean, Ava will just say, I'm fine with it. It just doesn't.
No, it's a good point, and that was also my misunderstanding. So instead, take my bedroll. I'm gonna put it in there.
Okay.
Floop, floop.
Okay. And then bury it.
Yep.
After you're done burying the metal organism,
Mhm.
you all go back to camp. Does anybody want to say anything before nights? Okay.
Nope, I don't.
Algie, did you want to take watch again tonight? Or this is the night you're taking watch,
This
right?
is the night, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when you say you wanted to wake up, Ava, who always takes first watch, wakes you up. You want to do the couple hours in the middle, so it's going to be an hour of hers, and then you're going to be an hour with G-Mine and Posh.
Mhm.
And as you look around, it's not. It's weird on these nights, and I don't think for you, but in general, where you can see absolute darkness, and on these nights where you know Ashtir, the main moon, is like 2 days away from being full. Like, it's bright here, so you can see quite a few things in the plane, and sometimes it has like mirage-like abilities, and you know that, so you know to steady yourself. And why don't you go ahead and make a perception with advantage, since Ava's going to give you advantage.
Woohoo. Nat 20.
At first, it was like a little fire in the distance, and as you look, it goes out. It goes on. It goes out. Something from Dark Forest is coming your way. It may not be here tonight. You can see it way off in the distance. But it looks like somebody's like covering a fire, or maybe there's a fire that catches the breeze and goes behind a single tree in the area or something. But you see something a ways away.
So who's on watch with me for this? It's Ava.
It's Ava.
Yeah. I'll point that out to her subtly.
It takes a while to point out. You're like, no, left, and then she marks another land. You're like, no, a little bit more. I mean, it's that far away, but you've been tracking things all your life.
Yeah. There's a camp over there.
Yeah, it may pass you as you go, or just to keep an eyeball on it, because it might meet you if it's coming for an intercept.
Yeah. Yeah, so I let Ava know, at least someone other than myself is aware.
Yeah, and watching it throughout that hour, it doesn't seem to get much closer. It doesn't get bigger, even to you. She goes to trance, sets up by Tayson like she always does. As G-Mine and Posh wake up, and now it's you, the three of you, for like an hour, and then you're going to go back to sleep. You point it out to them, and again, Posh sees it right away. G-Mine takes a little bit more pointing it out. But now that your patrol, you watch as like that just seems to be a focal point as they come around. Tayson, roll me a wisdom.
19.
Let me see.
I'm not summoning any sentient life tonight.
You're not summoning any sentient.
Nope.
You already did.
Yeah. I said tonight.
As you are sleeping, you have this ability just to feel little things around you, as well as know you're in a dream. It might be part of your training. It might be your creation. You never really figured it out. But as you start to dream, it's weird. Because in your dream, you're riding a horse with a bunch of soldiers with the colors and the dragon face of Remedigan. In the distance, you see you, a single cloth draped around over the shoulder, brown marks along with the glowing things, the scars that you have, tattoos that's all over your body, whatever they are, from the magics. And you hear yourself say, "Whoa," but it's a deep voice, one that you recognize. It's Martin's voice. You get off of your horse, you go over, you say, "Are you okay?" And you hear your voice going, "No, it's all good. It's all good." As Martin wrap a coat around yourself. In Martin's voice, you see now the glowing yellow arm, which made up half of Martin's arms. Wrap a blanket around and start ordering soldiers to take care of it. As the dream fades, you have a process in your brain. You know that story, that scenario, everything said and done, but from the other side. Did you wake up with that memory as breakfast is being made? Algie, you jump up, make me a perception roll at the distance. I'll give you advantage. Somebody's going to give you a help with that one.
24.
You see like the flame extinguish and you watch. Now it's really hard to see. You can't tell if it's the black of the dark forest or the black of the moving, as now it's daytime. It's hard to get a grip on what's happening. You really can't pinpoint that thing, but you're going to keep an eyeball out that way as you travel this day.
Hmm.
Do you want to tell anybody else what happened? They were sleeping.
I think I'll tell Tayson. And I think I kneel down to him while he's eating, and I'm like, that direction over there, there was a camp. It was far away. That's something we keep an eye on. We may be intercepted. They might pass through. It's just something to keep note of.
Okay. Hey, Augie says that there is a camp over in that direction. That he saw. That, maybe we keep an eye out on it.
Was it in the direction? Was it the direction of the dark forest or
Yes.
the other way? Okay. Cool. Super stoked about that.
There was a single campfire. It won't be a large group. But something to make.
After you.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, but we've been faced with a single assailant before, and sometimes you just never know. But if you're not too worried about it, then I guess I'm not too worried about it either.
No, I'm worried about it, but it's something to keep an eye out on.
Okay, cool. You just let me know if there's anything I should do to help.
Just to keep an eye on the horizon.
Stroop takes a wide look around the horizon. All of it? All of the horizon?
Yeah.
You do this all the time?
Every day.
Oh my god, that's exhausting. Okay.
You're telling me.
Demons camp at night with fires?
No.
No, demons do not camp. So we don't know whether these people are friend or foe, though. So we should still keep an eye out.
Yeah, but if they're in the dark forest, regardless if they're either foe, which is bad, probably don't want them being around, and especially at that, like, it's got to be fairly close to the tree line for us to be able to see it at all, which is dangerous. Or, they're good, in which case, hey, what are you doing in the forest?
Would you take that risk, though? I gesture to everybody else.
Look, we've taken stupider risks. Let's not be...
Yeah, but his point is valid as far as, maybe don't go into every cave that could be scary and deal with every blood thing that's in there.
Isn't that how you got your,
That this is, yes, the metaphor that I was making that was direct actual story, yes. Yes.
In my experience, stupid risks get people killed.
Well, it's fair. Thank you for keeping us posted. Discretion, valor, better part, all that stuff. Okay.
To be fair, that risk that we took that you just mentioned almost did get us killed.
Right. I feel like we're all on the same side, and now it's just kind of pointing out, hey, remember this time that we did something stupid and something weird happened to you? And that's fine. Like, we can all kind of laugh about it now. Okay, watch. So it's fine. But yeah, okay. Hey, that's something over there. Moving along. Great. Same page. Same team, same dream.
Then I turn around and start walking.
As you guys start walking, Tayson in your head, you hear, it's the one that severed me from Deimos. And we'll go to break.
Hey, Doc, start talking so I know what kind of music to put behind us.
You guys travel for the next day. Watching the horizon. Not really spotting anything as it was really far away. You notice in like another day or two, you may be coming up on the Remedigan forest. And it's a short hop, skip, jump, half-day walk, or day maybe, through that forest to get to the Round Cabaret Forest. But you're still in the plains of Remedigan. The beautiful colors, some of the rolling plants and beautiful wildflowers here. They are stunning. A botanist would tell you they're weeds, but they bloom beautifully. Ava picks one of the bright yellow ones, gives it to Tayson.
Nice. I take Martin's book that he left me, and I try and do the flower press thing, but I've never done it before.
Which book?
It's his prayer book.
You left that.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well then I don't do that. I reach for my book and realize that it's no longer there. And then I just put the flower there. Kind of tie it around a belt loop.
I love, in my head, no matter what happens, no matter what conversation, Algie is looking to the right the whole time. Is there any conversations that would need to happen today?
Only in my head.
Not necessarily, though I'm sure Ava's probably going to ask again about addendum at some point in the near future.
He hasn't brought it up again.
I'm gonna ask about it. Oh,
Stroop's looking the entire horizon, like just the whole thing,
Okay.
constantly.
I want to
Stroop,
ask what Oh, sorry.
that's okay. Stroop, while you're doing that, make a wisdom roll. Not a save, just a roll for it.
I lost my mouse again. Hold on.
How dare you?
I know.
And
Need to
I
make
feel
one.
like because it's you, I need to ask: a real mouse or the mouse you use for your computer?
Just this one. Just
Okay.
yeah, so far. But I did get a 22.
22. You've been feeling it a little bit more as you walk through these plains, and nothing's happening. As you go to your book, even if you don't want to, you notice you pulling your leaf book out. As time goes on, the more you spend in that, even with outside the meetings and talking with the other guardians, or even Cloud, this distance, you can pretty much name off trees. You feel more connected. You know the name of the wildflower that Ava gave Tayson, and you've never seen it your entire life. You are feeling really connected to the world now. You feel the
meant, sorry. You
Sorry,
meant
go
like you meant the type of tree, right? Not my brain went, oh yes, that's Steve, that's Carl. Yeah, okay, but you meant type of tree. Okay, nope, just
Did
need
I?
Oh,
to
look,
clarify
that one says its name is Willow.
Did I? Or are you really starting to feel like you know them each individually?
I mean, I could.
You're not sure if it's just getting closer to the round cap rainforest, if it's being in the book, but you definitely feel the guardian powers within you, like getting stronger each day. But you do watch the horizon still. You guys stop and camp one more time. You know the next league is going to take you into the Remedigan Forest, the southern Remedigan Forest. And just beyond that is the round cap rainforest. You set up. As it gets later, you start fires. And Algae and Stroop, roll me perception checks.
Uh, 21.
Okay.
I got 18.
Neither of you see any kind of campfire starting. The whole day of traveling, you didn't see anybody. It's getting brighter out. You can see the clumps of trees now that happen near the edge of this forest. You both watch as you set up, you cook, you look over, you scan, and you don't see a fire.
I don't like that. We might be safe though, which isn't bad.
Or they saw us and saw our movements and our hiding.
Also true.
What if they are being stealthy and then they come up behind us, grab us by the ears? Do you want to walk backwards?
You don't already walk backwards?
No, I got little legs. You do too,
So do
guess.
I.
I keep forgetting.
I'm not much taller than you are.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
I'm very
Stroop is like
small.
the smallest a halfling can be.
Ah, okay.
I'm just
And
a baby.
I'm average. You're just a baby.
Stroop's like what, 2'4" or something?
Oh yeah,
like
no,
that?
no, I'm definitely taller than. Oh, absolutely.
Oh no, we should keep our eyes out, you know. bandits. I was gonna snatch you.
But yeah, Posh, that's why we can, like, swing Stroop around like they are a toddler, because she is toddler size.
The one,
I
two,
love-
three, wee.
Yeet the druid! Ooh, what if we yeet Stroop and she wild shapes midair?
I love that.
I'm waiting for anybody who has a strength score that's above 12 to go ahead and start.
Yeah, it's not me.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's definitely not me.
Cool.
I didn't say we were doing this manually. There are things such as mechanics that
We're
exist.
not rolling up a Strupapole. I'm sorry.
But I want a Strooper pole.
You start building it and then start lugging it around and we'll talk.
Everybody's having this conversation without having the one conversation they should have before this conversation even exists.
Do catapults exist in this world, Doc?
That's not the conversation.
Please inform us. What is the conversation we should be having?
Hey, Hannah, how do you feel about your PC being thrown through the air?
Not confident. Not
Cool.
confident at all. Not saying I wouldn't allow it. Not confident in it.
That's what we call yellow. Okay. You set up camp. Again, there's enough meat. You don't have to do any hunting. Everything's good for a couple more days at least. And you set up patrol or guard. Do you guys all want to keep doing what you're doing, or would you like to take some guard knowing that there was this sighting?
I think I want to cast alarm around the camp. I think on all sides. I'm not going to give it one side.
Okay.
So I can do that pretty happily. I'll say 3 times.
Make a triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miranda's actually gonna assist with the whatsamajigger, the guard, the watch tonight.
Okay.
She's been taking advantage of the fact that we have more people in the party, so she can actually get a full night's sleep and not wake up halfway in the middle of a sleep cycle and then go back to sleep.
Well, guys want to set up which one are you going to take? So it's going to be Ava, and then Posh is going to take 2 hours into Ava. He's going to be awake with Ava for 2 hours, and then 2 hours with G-Mind, and then the beginning and end is just Ava and G-Mind for 2 hours.
I think I'll do the overlap. Kind of like Posh is doing, but on the opposite end.
So I'll have the first overlap. You have the second overlap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tayson and Stroop, did you want to do some stuff, or are you just? I understand. I'm sorry I asked. Just asking.
Stroop does not feel bad at all for taking extra sleep. Stroop does try and wake up like an hour before like normal people would to get breakfast going, but other than that, nah, we're having a good sleep.
Tayson,
I want to talk to my tenant.
I'm not stopping you from talking to your tenant.
I know. But we went to break, and then any conversations that we want to have, just in my own head. I didn't want to interrupt our cool walking story. What do you? What severed your connection with Deimos?
One that I had made a deal with recently before meeting you,
Okay.
and then the urgency of whatever it was you were doing to me.
Was it someone that like me, like humanoid? Was it like?
Nobody's like you, but yes.
Okay. Move. Shut it down.
But okay. What deal did you make with them?
Power for servitude.
You would give them power, or they gave you the power to separate?
I gave them the power, but the connection was to the mast.
Hold on. So were those people tied to Deimos then?
Directly, yes.
Got it. How... How dangerous and how well can you, sense people like that?
Right now, I can't sense anything.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna have to explain this, kind of. Okay. So, help me out again. Who's taking the first watch of the party?
Ava and Posh, I think. Or I'm sorry, Algie.
Algie. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go over to them because I knew it was Ava, and then I was fingers crossed. And no offense, Algie, but drat. Cool. So, Tayson will go to the two of them and say, "Hey, so, Ava, the entity you tried to rip out of me, well, I did some consulting with it, and it said that, that camp, was people that were directly tied with Deimos, but that it doesn't sense them anymore."
So they're gone.
I don't want to go that far with it. I don't know if they're gone or if they're just not as visible. But when we saw them, he knew what they were. He didn't tell me until the specifics, until I dug a little bit deeper. So this one's on me. But yeah. So probably it was a good idea to avoid. I'm going to choose to believe it was a good idea to avoid them, because definitely foe, if that's the case. But, I don't know what they're up to out here, which seems bad.
Okay, but they're not out here anymore.
They're not. He's no longer sensing them. But I wouldn't say we should just relax tonight either. Cautious optimism.
Am I able to take a moment to use my primeval awareness?
You can.
Yeah. So within 6 miles, I can sense if there's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead.
Is that limited to you being in your own terrain?
1 mile of me, but up to 6 miles of my favorite terrain, which this is not.
No, so 1 mile from you.
Yeah.
The normal fiend, celestial that you always get. And you do sense another fiend.
Huh. Uh-huh. There's definitely more. There's definitely another fiend around.
Okay.
Good thing
I
to
don't
keep
know if
watching.
that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing, because technically, Addendum is a fiend.
I'd never call it a good thing.
Also, no offense to whatever the two of you are, but if he's watching from the shadows instead of, having a conversation, that's a little weird.
We already had a conversation, Tayson.
I know, but now if he's just hanging out, like, around a tree and just like, are they okay? Okay. Are they okay? Okay. It'd be better if he just came over and talked with us. It's probably...
Yes and no, but I appreciate the
Okay.
concern if it is.
Look at Marin. I'm like, aren't you meant to be asleep?
Oh, shit, me too. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're both informed. Alright, so if you could pass that message along, that'd be great. Alright, good night, sweet dreams. Don't let something kill us. Okay.
And then Tayson will go and curl up into a ball and fall asleep. Because I just remembered that I threw away my blanket.
Oh, with advantage, please. Can I get a perception check?
Ooh.
From Algae, I mean.
16 this time.
Okay. You scanning, even after a while, your awareness fades. And you don't see anything. Nothing out of the ordinary. You set up your alarms. Again, Ashtar is very bright. You could tell tomorrow's going to be a full moon. Dayton is about half full, too. It's shining down. And the normal purple and whitish blue that is a hue in night is tinted with red, but it makes it almost easier to see the train. You see nothing moving.
So would both moons be full in the next couple days or no?
No, so one's going to be full tomorrow. The other one will be full shortly after that, but they are
Not
not
at the
on
same
the
time.
same day.
Gotcha.
You
That's
do
good.
know because Miranda knows, and you're the only two. When both moons are full, Heronway Inn will be open for 3 days.
Gotcha. No, I'm content.
You finish up and curl up as Jimine wakes up and takes 2 hours, the last 2 hours with Ava of her shift. You feel comfortable and now you go to sleep. At this point, Tayson, roll me a wisdom save.
So high. So high. Like one away from being as high as it can statistically get. 23.
Beautiful dreams, which is so funny. You seem to roll the highest when you're like in the most amount of danger, and I love it.
It's not funny. It's training.
Yeah. It's like, no, this is where I want to be.
Yeah,
Chaos.
no, uncomfortable or like in danger. They're the
Yeah.
same thing.
You guys are all sleeping. And you hear a voice in the distance. Hey, son. Come out and play. You have something of Deimos. And it wakes you all up.
So I'm not the only one who pissed him off.
I'm straight up Bodron.
I didn't do anything.
Miranda is going to summon her daggers. And let's see what they are today.
Roll a d6.
I will find that dice later. Because it just fell.
We've all
That's
been.
a 6.
So So
At least it's not a D4.
that is the luck dagger, if I'm not mistaken. The
Oh,
golden
it is.
sheen and brightness as you draw your dagger into the world. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm just bow drawn.
Are we still like? We can see tree line, but are we still like full fledged like plains?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so wide open.
Yep.
Okay.
I am
Alright,
going
I'm
to.
being called. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to wild shape into a giant boar.
Okay. So Miranda grabs at her chest, pulls the golden dagger as it lights up, and she's looking around. Algie's notched, looking around, as you don't know where the voice came from. You watch as Stroop gets up, and as she's getting up, she just rolls forward and giant boar. Tayson.
Any idea where they're at? I say to presumably myself.
They're somewhere. Keep an eye out. They could be anywhere. My alarms haven't triggered.
Stop me if I'm about to say something dumb, and I'm talking to all of you. I didn't mean to. Perhaps we could talk?
You all notice that a dark fog has come up around, and you can't see the ground at all. And all you hear echoing from everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
It doesn't sound like talking. You said you want me to come out and play. Where to?
Bam!
Oh, shit.
Did you see how fast he was on that mute? Bam!
I was gonna be upset, but that's very cute.
Hey, it's a Stroop waffle.
Yeah.
Look at.
That sounds so good right now. I'm so hungry.
I'll send some your way.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
I drank an entire bottle of mead last night, so.
There
Nice.
it is. Algie behind you. You'll hear over here. As you turn your boat, you see a blackish form in the fog, but it dissipates.
Come out, coward!
You wanted me to come out and play. I'm here. Where are you? Where are you all? They? Us?
You are the right phrase, and you watch as the cloud starts turning into different blackened creatures. You feel like you're surrounded, but you can't get a count nor see them.
Okay, what do you need?
It says, all of a sudden, materializing right in front of you is a brown-haired, brown-eyed being right in the middle of the black pupils. You could see the red shining through. And he says this as he shoves his hand into your chest. I rolled. It was an 18 to hit.
Shield.
And you deflect it back. And as you do, he laughs and dissipates back into the fog, but you know he was going for your chest. At this point, everybody roll initiative.
Woohoo, a 10.
The downfall of cleaning my office is I don't know where.
Hey,
Give me a second, because this is a creepy fight. So I don't want to go with something standard. Thanks, Doc. I hate it.
You're welcome. Miranda, Stroop, and Tayson.
Hold on.
Yeah, 4.
Dirty 20.
I haven't rolled yet. 15.
Okay. Everywhere everybody's standing, you watch the cloud seem to turn into blackened, thin figures, and too late you notice the ground starts to envelop and become like tentacles coming out of it. And I need everybody to make strength saves.
23.
18.
16.
A 7.
As a boar?
Yep.
Oh no.
17 is the number you were looking for.
Oh no.
So who did not get 17?
Me.
Me.
I like that the hands go up. So Tayson and Stroop, you both are restrained. And you both take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you get wrapped up in these tentacles. Everybody else will take 6 points as you dodge out of the way. But get bumped up against this field of tentacles that you're in right now. Do-do-do-do-do-do. There. There. Out of the darkness through the tentacles. Oh. Well, there's only 4 and there's 4 of you, so let's be nice to our NPCs. Tayson. A flame goes flying by you, barely missing you.
You sure? I'm restrained.
Yeah, because
Okay, cool.
it's 2 hit. And
Yeah.
I'm sure a 11's not going to hit you no matter what. Miranda does a 17 hit.
Yes, it hits.
Okay. Yes, it hits. I'm so mad. You guys kill my guys all the time. I get 1 good hit.
One good hit, you crit us and ate half of us last time. Shut
9
up.
points of fire damage as it hits you. And you notice that the ground around you actually catches on fire a little bit after that hits. Let's do algae.
We take how much damage?
5. You're gonna take 9, and the first one was 6, so a total of 15 so far. Algae. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that might do it.
Same thing with you, except 14 points of fire damage, and the ground around you starts to burn. And Borstroop, 21 to hit. I'm sure a poor does it. Poor animals, they don't score real high. Oh, but I did. 16 points of fire damage as around you. Fire is as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
Did you say 15 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
16, sorry. Yeah.
Am I able to use absorb elements as a reaction just to halve that?
Is it a reactionary thing?
It is a reaction.
Then of course you haven't taken your reaction.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Nice. Mirinda,
Yes.
you can react.
I'm blanking on how this reacts. One of these I think is actually Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different character. Never mind.
But around you are now beings that are in the fog, tentacles around you. What would you like to do?
I'm being called.
Okay. We're going to say that freezes you because you're scared, and we're going to move on to Taysom.
I'm also called. I don't want to be here. I would like... Yeah, why not? Help me out with the surrounding environment. Does it seem like lots of wispy shadows that have like their own form, or does it seem like just fluid stuff?
Right now, it's hard to tell the difference, but it does look like wispy shadows with form inside of wispy stuff.
Okay. Then I'm... Yeah, it doesn't matter. I would like to make the fastest form of Pumbaa and Algi. So I'm gonna twin cast haste on Stroop and Algi.
Okay. So you guys get all the haste. That's 2 AC, extra action, and a little bit more speed, if I remember right.
Double
Yeah.
zoomies.
And for the smallest people, is a little bit more speed than both. And that's going to be it for you, Taysom?
Yes. I had to think about it.
Okay. Ava goes angel, and her light from her form is absorbed into the clouds around the fog around, and she can't seem to penetrate it with her own light. She does try to take a couple steps forward. You notice it's tough for her to move as she does so, and takes a swing. As she swings out twice, you watch what you normally see as like radiant damage that like engulfs an area. Little bit, you could tell there's white, but it's so dim, it's gray through the blackness that's around you. And that form that's there just seems to shrink into the fog as she swings twice at it.
It's kind of like seeing like lightning inside of a cloud. Like not when it's actually striking, but when it's just kind of like and resonates there.
You know it's there, and you can see a little bit peeking out. Kinda, yeah.
Cool. I hate it. Thanks.
Stroop.
I am still restrained, correct?
Yes.
Can I use an action to become unrestrained? Or try to?
You can absolutely do such
Alright. Hard the cards, guys. I got 18.
Is that it? Strength?
Yeah.
You do not break free of it.
Breaking free.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you do. You do both.
Oh, thank goodness.
Sorry.
Soaring, flying.
But the ground you're on is still rough terrain, so you can't really run anywhere, but you can move up to the nearest being and try to bore or whatever boars do to it.
I'm gonna go up to the nearest one and try and tusk it. I'm going to tusk it with my tusks. gonna be a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Most damage is 15.
Okay. And then roll
Sorry, what am I rolling now?
whatever you normally would roll. And then we added to that 15.
I got 3.
Okay. As you jab into this thing, you watch it wave left and right. You know you hit. You felt you get parchment, but you're not sure what's going on. Miranda, as you've seen this go on, Ava struck twice at one. Instead of the great glaring radiant glow, you saw little glows. You notice that even your golden dagger doesn't shine as brightly in this fog. As Ava struck twice, the thing seemed to melt back into the fog itself. As Stroop broke free of her tentacle, ran forward and stabbed something that was there, Tayson casted haste on Algie and Pumbaa.
Okay. So I already rolled before getting called. Does a 23 hit?
Oh yeah.
Then that's going to do 17 damage.
Okay. As you whip it out, you watch it go into this shadowy figure. It hits, it reappears into your hand. You know that it made parchment, but it's hard to tell with these things. They seem almost like shadows.
Okay. And then the second hit is a 23. And is 7.
Okay. And the first one was with your sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You want to go again? Since I kind of skipped your turn because you had to run away. Okay.
I'm getting called again, so we'll be right back.
No, you're good. I figured I'd give you guys a chance before I did something else. Oh, let's see. Tayson and Algie from a long distance away. It's hard to see. In fact, you almost don't see these things coming. 19 to Algie, 21 to Tayson.
That'll get me.
Hit. Tayson, do you want to
Shield again
that
gets me
away?
to 22, so I'll do that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You watch these black streaming energy bolts come from like the distance off. Hard to tell which direction now, but we'll say forward facing. One blasts off the shield of Tayson, which can barely be seen through the heavy, black, misty fog that's here. The other one will hit Algie for... I have another one there. 13 damage as it slams into your chest. And you hear the laughter. I'll kill you all and take it from him.
There's nowhere I can pinpoint that, is there?
It's echoey. It's hard to tell. It might be the fog itself creating an environment. But at this point, Algie, it's not the voice, it's the fight. This fog, the demons in the fog. You were fighting this thing by the cave before you came here. The cave that you and your brothers were defending and barely holding on with 170-ish ward. Now it's just you and these few people. I did pass G-Mine and Posh, so they go in and swing wildly as well against these things. They seem scared themselves, but stern in there, like they didn't know what to swing at. Now that they're scared, they're apprehensive. And as they swing, you watch each one of their hits glow and their things sink down, and a couple more pop up from behind them. But that'll take us to Tayson again.
Yeah, I can't do that yet. All right. I am going to cast. That is only on myself. No, then. I am going to try and. I'm restrained. I just want to start attacking at the thing that's holding me. I'm not strong enough to try and break out of this thing.
You can use your charisma as strength.
That's
with
right.
Juniper's gift up. Yeah.
Yep. Then never mind. I will try and do that. I'm gonna try and break free.
Okay.
So I add my charisma to that.
Treat your charisma like strength,
Yeah.
and it's a save. So if it's and it is.
Oh,
higher.
well, then sorry, I misunderstood. That's a 24 then.
Yeah, you shrug off, like easily just push it away, reaching back for the axe.
And then as a bonus action, you know what? I don't know what I would actually reach out towards right now. So I think he's just on guard and waiting. So
Okay.
I'm good.
Miranda, would you like to take your turn?
Yes, I would like to take it.
Deep breath.
The only thing that you missed that was different was 2 Eldritch Blasts, one being deflected by Tayson's shield and the other one smacking Algie in his chest.
Great. Okay. So there's a I'm assuming that a 26 hit.
Yeah,
And
Quite a
then
lot.
I don't think this other one's gonna hit because this is a 4 in the dice, so it's
Okay.
a 10 total.
okay. Yeah, that one will it will miss. So that would be, your first the luck dagger takes parchment, but the other one seems to go flying off to nothing.
Okay. 13 damage.
Okay. And as it hits, you watch it sink down into the cloud again. You're not sure if you're killing them or they're moving as a reaction of getting hit. That was a little out of order. Algie.
Yes. All right. So, a lot of these attacks have knocked things down, but they've come back up again, haven't they?
You don't know. It's
Don't
very
know.
hard to tell about what's going on in that cloud.
All right. I do want to hunter's mark one of these clouds.
Okay.
I gotta cast that as second level.
Well, hold on. Let me read something.
Hmm.
So you try to make the spell catch, and it doesn't. Whatever these things are, you know now, are incorporeal.
Oh. All right.
So, yeah, I will save you from that. You didn't expend the spell. You could not physically finish the
Physically.
sigil didn't grab, so you don't cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of those DMs.
God damn it.
That's what I like to hear.
That
Let
just
me know when
trying to work out what I can. Can I run into this fog?
I'm not stopping you.
Yeah. I'm gonna run into this as much movement as I can without dashing or anything. It's 30
you're-
feet.
You make it into it, and as you do, make a Constitution save.
Oh, great. 5.
8 points of acid damage as you watch it eating away at your skin now.
The fuck?
I don't see anything now, do I?
No, you see things around you. The same as you saw them on the outside, but you watch them as they seem to dissipate and pop up in other places in this fog.
Oh shit. And these aren't more physical beings.
No.
are there? No.
And knowing what you know, that physical being could be about 300 feet away.
Damn it.
You can draw and use one of your actions, because I know you're hasted, to make a perception to pinpoint or try to pinpoint where it is, but that's a roll. I'm not guaranteeing anything.
I will absolutely do that.
All right, so make me a perception check.
21.
You catch him, and exactly 300 feet away, looking like he's getting ready to move in. He's moving. You can see the figure now.
Cool. You won't escape me.
So you still have another action.
So, Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
which is a bonus.
And it gets him. And you watch him move, like he realizes it's there.
Pretty much point him out, and I'm like, you won't escape me.
Okay.
And I'll fire at him. I think I get 3 attacks because it's I got Dread Ambusher, so I get an extra.
On your first attack.
First round.
Did
So,
you really just go Batman on him?
Yeah.
Come here.
Come here. Yeah, pretty much. So it's a 17, a 20, and a 13.
The 17 misses. The 20 seems to be repelled by something that's black, like a shield, like what you've seen from Tayson. What was the other one?
And a 13.
Yeah, that one actually goes flying off altogether.
Fuck.
Like, mark these things. Okay.
Alright. So there's no. I think at the end of that, I shout out, I found the fucker! And, yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. So G-Mind, Posh, and Ava are going to be in the mix of demons. I just don't want to keep coming back to them. Stroop, it'll be your turn.
So is there still a being in my vicinity?
So there's a bunch of things that look like beings in the clouds, and you stabbed one.
Mm-hmm. But they're like
Easily in range for you,
Uh-huh.
especially being double speeded by haste.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make 2 tusk attacks then.
Okay.
I got out of that. I did not need to do that. I'm gonna do it. No, that was a 11 and a dirty 20.
Okay. Roll some damages for that dirty 20. As the first one goes in, it's hard to see where they are. You're guessing at your best, but the second one definitely hits.
I feel like this is not the stat block I was using.
This is not the stat block we were looking for.
No, I went to regular boar instead of giant boar.
You want a giant boar, not a regular boar.
Need more dice.
My Jedi mind tricks feel a lot like gaslighting. Sorry.
Because they are gaslighting. They're just magic gaslighting.
I just did reverse ones, so does that count?
I'll allow it.
14 damage.
14. Good. Okay. As you've all spread out a little bit, even Posh, Mine, and Ava. Case on you. Feel something behind you. Posh, you turn with the sense of where your hunter's mark is, where it was 300 feet away. You see it right behind Tayson. And it jabs a hand through your chest. I need a constitution save as you feel it grabbing onto this demon within you.
22.
Alright, so you're gonna take.
Some stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell me why I put my fudge dice in with my regular dice again.
I don't know.
So stupid.
I'm a little concerned the fact that I'm going to take a lot, and you made a face, and I rolled a 22. The numbers don't get much higher than that, Doc.
They get cut in half.
That's one of
Don't
the
worry
high.
about it.
That's one of the high numbers.
Yeah, but it gets cut in half. That's
It's
what
got
it
two
is.
numbers next to each other, and they're both not a 1. Like, boop, boop.
28 is 14 points of psychic damage.
Seems like a lot.
You still have your wherewithal, but you can feel the demon being ripped from within you.
Mhm.
So much so that you lose 2 spell or sorcery points.
2 sorcery points. Got it. Okay.
The same intense feeling from before, except this isn't Ava worried about you anymore. This is a thing trying to get it back.
Yeah. I hold concentration on haste.
Okay, perfect. And then... All right, the 4 of you. Miranda, you watch a fireball go by your face. Stroop. 15 to hit the boar? That's a yes.
Is it a
without
free
understanding.
action to duck?
What's the boar's AC? Sorry.
12.
Dang it!
Ugh. 12 points of fire damage. Tayson misses you. Algie, I'm pretty sure 22 is going to hit. 9 points of fire damage.
I'm gonna
As-
use my last spell slot to cut that in half again.
Okay. As you see, these fireballs are just shifting in this fog as they're being thrown around. That will be those two, so it will be Miranda's turn. Miranda, Tayson has a hand in his chest from being behind him.
I am going to yeet daggers at the being behind him, and I have already rolled.
Okay.
First one is a nat 20.
All right. What's the total damage of that?
Total damage would be... Okay, sorry. I should know this. I should know this.
He has an ally 5 feet of him.
He has an ally. He has an opponent inside Tayson. So yeah, basically.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm trying to do the math.
Yep.
So max damage is 22.
Okay, and roll, is that with the roll or is that just max?
No. That's just the
Okay.
and then that's plus 4 that's 40 damage.
Okay. You flip the dagger around and you throw it. As you do, with his hand in there, with the dagger coming at him, you watch him look your way and try to grab the dagger. And it seems like he almost does as it slices his hand open, but goes flying past him. Okay, so I'll
Oh
make
fuck!
another Constitution saving roll as you're still in this grab.
Natural 20.
Perfect. Another 14 psychic damage.
Not looking good. Woo! That was close. Still concentrating.
Okay.
That's real close.
You're still awake, you're still conscious, but barely. You could feel the ripping now. And it's your turn.
Cool. Am I grappled by this thing, or is it like?
Yes, but
okay.
it is grappling a literal soul inside
Yes.
your body.
Great. So then I'm not
you
gonna
don't-
go. Go ahead.
You don't feel you're restricted by movement, but you feel like if you move, you'll die.
Yeah, something bad. I'm staying here. Cool. So instead, I don't want to do that because if I do it, then the people that can help me are gonna immediately get hit with lethargy. But it would be so cool looking. Doc, I really want to do the cool thing.
I've not stopped you. Do the cool thing.
But the
How close am I to Tayson?
oh, it's knife throwing distance.
That's true.
I really want to do Bane of the Fairies.
Oh, before you do that,
Yeah.
Miranda, I'm sorry. Did we skip your second attack or did it miss?
It wouldn't have missed.
Oh, go ahead.
You did see it my second attack. Because that's a 17 on the dice, so a total of 23.
Doesn't change anything, but we're good. I got
Yeah.
that. Thank you. 23. All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Tayson. You do you, man.
I don't want my friends to be sad and get stunned because I do a different concentration spell. So instead, I'm going to cast Fire Shield on myself,
Okay.
and then we'll see. I'm going to do a Chill Shield, so there's... As I look at what it is. Okay, right shoulder. So my right shoulder starts pulsing this weird green emblem, and then there are flames that become several different colors that emanate out of it,
Okay.
and then wreath around me, and then stick to like a cool blue.
Okay.
And then,
As,
go ahead.
as your fired shield goes, I like it.
Yeah. And
I also
then-
like that it's pink then blue. Like
Yeah.
these are the stacked colors
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
of see-through. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell and try and shocking grasp this thing that's holding on to me.
Okay. It will be at disadvantage. It's because of how it has you. But you know what? You can reach back. Yeah.
But it's reaching through me, right?
No, it's in you from the back.
Ah!
But
Yes.
you could reach back. You're
Okay.
not a 46-year-old man with shoulder issues. You can, yeah.
How about we do it this
100%
way?
regular.
Yeah, totally fine. How about we do it this way? I missed, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I went. Eh,
Oh, by the way, it's 45. Tomorrow's 46. Okay.
there you
Uh,
go. Happy early congrats. You made
Thank
it.
you. Algae.
Please don't kill my character. Please don't kill my character. Really, really sad.
Look,
Yeah, that's a-
Tayson will be fine. I've got spare the dying if we need it.
Yeah.
Where was Spare the Dying for the little robot bot?
I know!
It wasn't worth it.
It's a cantrip!
You didn't want to waste a spell slot.
Okay, we're gonna talk about something after this.
Okay.
Not worth her time or effort.
So your first shot.
So, I'm going to activate Odds Boa. Pretty much
Okay.
draw it back, go descend through mit him Scalafala, and just start letting fly. Targeting that, the thingo in that creature in Tayson's back.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna start letting fly.
So let's do the
Thank-
first one.
I've got at least 2 attacks, so 11 and 17 don't hit.
17 does. Oh wait, 17 total or 17 on a die?
17 total.
Misses. Sorry, I thought it was on a die. I was excited for you.
No, that's alright. Another 2 attacks. Because I'm hasted. I got a 21.
Okay, that'll hit.
Yes.
Roll damage for me on that one before we go any further.
So that's 11 plus 12. So that's 23 damage.
Okay. It doesn't do any damage.
Ah!
As you fire, he's got in, and right at the last second, without looking, he grabs your arrow, looks your way, and snaps it. Drops it to the ground.
Oh. I gotta. How does. Ah, absorb elements only works with melee attacks. That's fine. But yeah, no, okay. Rude. I'm just death staring this thing.
Yeah, you still have more shots, so that was just that one.
That was just. Do I have more shots?
Yeah, you got a second shot in this attack, and then you're hasted, so you get a third set altogether.
A third set altogether. I was gonna say, no, that was my second.
So you had 21. Oh, you had another one that missed. I got it. So now you
Yeah.
still have 2 more. You have 3 total because you're hasted. You get a whole nother action.
I was gonna say, I think I've used my. Because I've got my 2 attacks for the first one, 2 attacks for the second one. You tell me I've got another set of attacks?
Don't you? Oh, that's both your turns?
That was both my. Yeah,
Okay.
both my
I gotta
actions.
look up Gloomstalker just to double check.
So the Dread
Oh, the-
Ambusher is literally
the first. You're right.
It's like, we are being fast.
Okay. That would be Algiso Stroop.
All right. Does Stroop see this big baddie
Yeah.
walking towards
Flowing,
us?
flowing black robes that seem to turn into the fog around him as it flows, with his hand
Awesome.
through Tayson's back.
Is he facing me? Like,
Uh,
is Tayson between where I am and where this guy is?
No, if you don't want to be. Hey, this
Okay,
is all theater of the mind. Where do you want to be?
You're
Well,
so fast.
first of all, I would like to use my bonus action to turn back into Stroop Waffle.
You could use your
And then-
bonus action to wild shape again from wild shape. You don't have to be out of wild shape to do it if you want.
No, I want to
Okay.
be Stroop, and I want to cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
This guy
that's a
has his
dex.
hand in my fling.
That's I like it. That's a dex though.
Because historically, that has gone so well for us in the past when
It's
it comes to our party members.
It's only gone poorly once.
Well, it's
A
18
stroke
on
of
the die.
okay, it's a dexterity saving throw. You said 18.
Yeah. So it's 20 total.
Cool. I'm pretty sure you
For
said.
those who are unaware, it has only came up once before. So, at the moment, the lightning abilities are 100% have gone wrong.
Twice. I've thrown a lightning bolt at a thing that Stroop was literally grappling as a big snake. Stroop was fine. And I've thrown lightning bolts at
That's
things
still
that
a
didn't hurt our
50-50
friends.
shot.
I've cast it more than once. We're okay. I learned it. I got better.
So you still take half damage, and so that total is 22 damage.
Pretty good damage. He's going to take 11, and Tayson, you're going to take 11 since this thing is actually through your back.
Sorry, Tayson, but not that sorry.
Oh, don't apologize to me yet. We're fine.
Here's the cool thing, Screw. That's a bonus action and an action, and since you are hasted, you have a whole nother action.
And I can't do it again though.
No spells, but you got actions.
Would be cool. I don't feel like I have. For some reason, I don't have any ranged weapons. Do I?
You want to run up on this guy with the spice whack? You got double the speed too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna hit him.
Okay.
Did you not take a short bow?
I don't know.
Druid.
Well, we changed my stuff all the time. So I don't even have the stuff on here for the quarter.
I mean, I can't say anything because of what I was just saying in chat, but you know.
Why take a short bow when you can throw lightning?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sides. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I've lost myself in all the tabs that I have. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit him with my quarterstaff. Why am I like this? 12 doesn't hit him, does it?
It does not. But some pepper goes out and you hear him sneeze.
Oh, good.
One more time, Jason. Can I get a Constitution save, please?
It's not high, and it wouldn't matter. That is a... Oh, that is decent. 13.
13. Doesn't make it, though.
Correct.
If you take 16 more points of psychic damage.
No, I don't. I take some of it, and then I go, ouch.
As this thing pulls, Miranda will see this too, but I'm going to not talk to Miranda right this second. But Stroop and Aleki, you watch as this white being, no face, Stroop, you've seen it before, the blood demon from the caves, gets ripped from Tayson, blood dripping down over Tayson's body as he falls limp to the ground.
Two things. This isn't a spell. This is just an ongoing effect, yeah?
Right.
Okay. So, Stroop and Algi are both stunned because the
For
haste
one round.
goes away. And this thing takes 15 points of cold damage.
Okay. As what you missed, Miranda, was this thing pulls. Tayson goes limp, and as he does, you watch it rip that blood demon out of Tayson. And as he does, blood soaks over Tayson, and Tayson goes limp to the ground. You watch a blue trigger effect hit this thing. And he just begins to maniacally laugh, and as he does, the swirl of mist seems to come to him. And then it's all gone.
Great. I'm gonna use Spare the Dying on Tayson. Because I don't know that he's not on death save.
Okay. You run over and you spare the dying on Tayson. Ava runs over, touches Tayson, puts 30 points into it.
I am also going to touch Tayson and put 1d8 plus 2. So I need to find a d8. So that's a 3 because that's a 1 on the die.
Okay.
And she's gonna use another first level cure wound.
Well,
Don't worry.
before you do that, Tayson,
Oh.
you lose 3 points. With this thing severed from you, it tore your soul. A contract was forcefully unbound. You will continue to lose life. And you know it. You can feel it.
We need to find it now. And coughs up blood.
With my hunter's mark, I'm able to try and track this, see where it's gone.
So I believe it gives you advantage on survival checks to track it
Uh-huh.
and perception checks to see it, but this wouldn't be a survival check to track it, but you could tell by the dissipation that it went to back either to the abyss or some other plane. It disappeared from here.
Fuck.
Sorry, are Algie and I still stunned?
Just for
Like,
for one round, which has already gone by, actually. You say you have to find it.
It's gone. It's not on this plane anymore.
Fuck. Miranda pulls out the fucking stone for addendum.
Right before you do that, Post reaches down and puts 9 points into you. Even if, up to max, I think is what it does. You pull out the stone.
And another thing.
And you hear, I can answer any question that you want.
Can you track what tore Tayson's patron, I suppose is the term that would be used here, out of him?
It went to the Void Castle. Deimos is strong.
Oh, fuck.
Payson needs to bind his soul with another planar being to stop the hemorrhage.
Are you able to do it?
I will not.
Fair enough.
Oh, I do have a solution, but I don't recommend it.
Well, Zorin could maybe do it.
Payson lose 3 more.
Fuck!
Stroop's gonna look at Ava. Hey, Ava. Is, there any way your friend could help out? Or would that hurt you? Would that be bad for you? If it would be very bad for you, then please don't do it. But if you could take like a piece of it, like an arm, throw it in him, is that a thing? I don't know how this stuff works, guys. I touch trees.
I love that I'm trying to be serious, get into that character, and you make me laugh. Okay. She's got Tayson. And as you say that, she leans down. And she says, it's up to you. Will you bond with me?
Are you gonna be okay?
I'll survive.
That's not what I asked.
That means I'll be okay.
Swear.
On what?
On my life.
You swear on the protection of everything holy that I will love you until your dawn
That's not what I asked.
is ended. And in this time, I tell you now, my life will be fine. I just wanted you to know what it meant to me.
If you're not okay, I'm gonna be really mad at you.
Lose 3 more points.
Coughs up more blood. Alright. Do it.
He grabs your hand and says, do you swear to protect the dawn with all your might?
I mean, I told everybody that the sun will rise, so I don't want to be a liar.
Yes or no, Tayson?
Yes, sorry. Well, this isn't.
Do you swear to push back the darkness at any cost?
Yeah.
Do you accept being a conduit for Hold Junior's wrath?
I'm willing to share the burden.
It's yes or no.
Yeah.
And you feel an essence from her. And she doesn't put hands in you, but you watch it glow. You feel the soul hemorrhage stop. You feel your 2 sorcery points return to you, and if you ever choose to become a celestial warlock, you now have a patron. And in this moment, we pull up deep into the abyss. A makeshift blackened ripped tent in the middle of the abyss, this ashy covered wasteland with sulfur and smoke and mists in itself. It seems like it was before the time. Something of the past. Addendum says, Doria, take the 2nd Brigade to the east of the Cinderglade. Onda, the 4th to the west. 1st and 3rd will take them straight on, and we'll be at the cliffs of Kyo by night. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes. As they leave the battle tent, Addendum looks over, and there's a hum coming from a shrine in the corner. Addendum taps the stone and kneels and says, General Radisha, we are preparing to take the Cinderglade. The 5th Legion will have the forge soon. A soft, feminine voice rings out as the form of a petite female with deep void-like eyes, long but full raven hair, black horns that reach towards the sky, sits upon the shrine. Captain Addendum, though I am pleased to hear yourself is moving ahead of schedule, would you mind telling me why you've been going to the plane of Bengen without being summoned? Are you breaking your deeds? Addendum, still staring on the ground and kneeling, mouths a curse to himself. And he says plainly, to see Montero and warn her and her friends of her marks from the demons. After I changed the Nexus demon to their plane, I wonder why an archdemon would leave the abyss. He's cut off, as the general says, enough. And she stands. Her long black dress seems to barely hold to her pale gray skin. You are a devil, and through the years have risen to the ranks because of the power and cunning that you have. Would you dare defy your general with half-truths now? Addendum seems to even get lower in his kneel. And he says, because I love her, General. I cannot stop it. I needed to warn her, see her, touch her. I needed to know she was safe so I could focus on the task at hand. Shifting into full corporeal form, the general steps down from the altar, walks to the decanter, and pours a drink. Rise, Addendum, and speak freely. If we lose this war because of your teenage infatuation, and at this time it's Addendum that cuts her off, do not presume to know my heart, General. If you would have me win, have me lead the 5th to your victory over the abyss, then I need to have my mind at ease. I left for a few hours, and upon my return, my orders were followed, and we won the ravine. Addendum walks to be face to face with the general. Do not question what I feel. Ask plainly, and I will tell you. I will tell you that I will battle the denizens of all the plains to earn her respect. I would defy even you to hear her intelligent and wonderful self-talk, especially to me in ways that would capture me for days, that others have tossed aside. Her strength is beyond measure, and her aura is encapsulating. Smiling at Addendum, nose to nose now. And would you battle Deimos himself, alone, knowing that you would only fall to the god of tyranny and hatred, to never see her again and be enslaved to a forgotten god in the astral sea? Locking his jaw, he stares her down, not moving. I would bind the betrayer with my very heartstrings, knowing that with her in my life it would hold. Radisha turns quickly. Her dress seemingly just flows into step with her. Good, Addendum. You are a warrior and served me well. But you have never truly become the devil you need to be. Your Fae calls to you, and I'm here to help you break the bond of your name. She stops, turns, and sits gracefully again on the shrine. But remember, once you are free, you will be shunted back to the devoured Elder Gleam, the heart of the wild itself, where your failure as its protector will stare you in the face, never to see her again. When this is done, you only return to a more difficult task. So bask in her while you can, but do not fail me. In 3 months, your stones will break, and then you are here until it is done. You have that time to get the 5th Legion into position on the Forgotten Keep. and to spend this time with this Montera. She waves her hand. Her image fades and the shrine turns gray once again. Addendum picks up the stone slab that holds the map, cracks it in half over his knees, destroying the plans, walks out of the tent. Ompa, he cries. A robust cat-like figure appears from smoke, inhaling and exhaling. Yes, Captain, how may I serve? Shaking his head at the display of this devil he has come to respect, and cracking a grin, he says, lead in my stead. I must finish my contracts on the plain of Ben-Gin. My contracts will be void soon. So I must finalize my deals as to not lose my power. Lead the 5th to the Cinder Glaive. Fortify the position there and scout to the Forgotten Castle. We plan the end of this when I return. Bowing, the cat devil inhales from his pipe as Addendum fades. He exhales and says, impossible the heart can be, but in war, the fight will fond of love for thee. And he walks off to the camps, where he sees hundreds of thousands of devils sharpening their war instruments, and with loud roars firing up the machines of war. And he yells, we head out. And you see souls dragged along with the devils toward the silver gleam in the distance. And thank you for joining us here in Bros and Dragons Podcast.
Now the question is this motherfucker gonna tell Miranda any of this shit?
Man,
This was before your conversation. I'm just going to let you know that.
man,
But you
I
don't know
know.
what happened.
it's real rough when somebody in the relationship puts themselves into danger without letting the other person know that it might be something that's a case. And
She told him.
eventually, when prompted.
She told him.
Well, speaking
Now
of
he
telling us
has to
stuff,
tell her.
Lissa, tell us all the stuff that you're going to be doing in the next week until you're back here.
Okay, so this next week, tomorrow I have potentially, I don't know for sure if we're doing it or not, but we probably have Windermere Falls over on Dead Bard Society's Twitch channel. Then at night I am over on Vampiric Touch Ent's channel for Vampire the Masquerade, Muerte Las Vegas. Did we have? I think we have Firefly this week. I don't know. I have to double check. If we do, if we do, then I am over on Dinner and a Game Show's channel, which is DAAG because it has to be shortened show. And then the rest of the week, I am over on my channel as Geek Girl Alyssa playing right now Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm on the Remind DLC. And you can find me on all the places with all the buttons as Geek Girl Lissa. And for the podcast people, that's LYSSA. Hi, Kira. And then there's a cat that you guys do not get to see because you are not watching the live streams.
Yet. Posh!
Yeah.
Me. All right.
Brett,
So
actually. Yeah.
I surprise. All right. So I get a few things now. My list is slowly growing. So I'm here for hello there. That's is that Sunday for you guys?
Sundays for us, yes.
Sundays. So Sundays for you guys. I'm also here for Bros and Dragons, and on Wednesdays for you guys, I've now got Vast Grim here, which is heaps of fun. We got Space Spookies. It's great.
Space Swoops.
Yeah, Doc is there as well. Doc gets to play in that one. He gets to be a player.
It's weird.
I haven't died yet. I've tried,
Yeah.
but I haven't died yet.
So karma doesn't exist, is what you're telling me.
It's
it's not for lack of trying, and Vast Grim is pretty much designed to not survive. It's just how long you do.
Ah, got it.
Oh yeah, I am admittedly I was being a bit nice.
Oh.
However, there are consequences to the actions that happened last week, so don't worry about that. There's a lot of dead bodies. What else is there? I have my own channel, Posh1993. You can later tonight I'll be doing Trader Tuesdays where I'll be playing Dread Hunger. I'm gonna start like stealing people for that one, which is pretty much a bunch of us on a boat, and there's a few traders. It's like Among Us, but on ice. Have we ever got the boat to the end? No. No, we are very incompetent.
Irrelevant.
We have fun doing what we're doing.
Very irrelevant.
Even though we die a lot. What else is there? Oh, and I do Stardew Saturdays over on my channel as well. Which is heaps of fun. You guys can join me for that. It's really chill. Other than that, you can find me on TikTok as well. Same username, Poach1993.
Hannah!
I play one shot with really popular people, and I don't tell anybody about it so they can come root me on. Or
We didn't stream it. We played it. I played Hal Harrington of the Harrington family. I wanted to impress my father, Steve. Anyway,
Holt.
yeah. Sometimes I
Steve Holt.
play in people's one shots. Oh, Steve Harrington this time. Sorry,
No.
from Stranger Things.
Fine.
I cried 5 times. So.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm here for Bros and Dragons, and tomorrow Mike, if he has time, is going to teach me how to do other streaming things. Next week Mike's gonna
on
teach
Tuesdays.
Me how to do other streaming things. Actually, next week isn't good for me.
On a Tuesday in the future?
In a future Tuesday, Mike is going to teach me how to stream stuff.
Yeah.
And otherwise, if you want to keep track of that, follow us at Nerdworks on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because we post stuff there sometimes.
So say
there's
the
no,
mayor.
there's no way.
Yeah.
Hannah 100% is
Hannah's
taking
the
that
mayor.
over.
So
I should do more because I have the login, but she's awesome and I don't have to.
I do what I can. I walk dogs, guys. So that's also on Mondays I play Stroop Waffle of the Waffle Hut franchise on Bros and Dragons. And you can find me on TikTok, Hannah the DM.
Doc.
Hi, I am actually doing stuff on my own channel this week. I plan to do 3 to 5 hours every day for my birthday week celebration. So come on over to IamDMDoc.
Woo.
And Posh got me playing, what's it called?
Undertale?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at it, so it's interesting, and they keep telling me there's feelings involved, so we'll see. I might do a few other games, I'm not sure yet. You guys, I'm here on right now Thursday nights and Vast Grim on Wednesday nights and Bros and Dragons, and I'm trying to detach from the Thursday nights, so we'll see. Thursday nights is still fishing for fish, so unless something changes, I'm trying to get back to Punch Kitty, which everybody enjoyed, so that's that. Mike?
Hi, I live here. This is where I am. If you follow the channel, if you watch the channel, there's a good chance I'm involved in some way, shape, or form. But especially if you come and hang out on Wednesday mornings, Friday mornings, I think for a couple Saturdays in a row, I'm gonna try and play this game called Omori because evidently it's like psychological horror meets cool pixel art graphics meets like emotional damage, and you know what, feeling things is cool. And plus Doc is already playing Undertale, so I'm not going to do that. But that's pretty cool. On a Tuesdays in the future, I'm going to teach Hannah how to stream so she can do that. But I'm also going to teach anybody who wants to learn how to stream because that's kind of like the premise. I like the Hannah instead of the Let's Plays, it's the Hannah does. And we're going to go with streaming 101 to start with, and then make her super, super famous because she's awesome. And then I'll be like, yeah, thank me in your acceptance speeches, you jerk. But yeah.
I'm just a guinea pig.
But we're all guinea pigs at that point.
Just do it in passing, Hannah, when you accept your reward. Be like, oh, I want to thank this person, my mom, my dad, everybody, and Mike. And like, just like that.
Oh yeah.
Not even Mike. Just say, and nerd.
I'm gonna dress as Mike too. I'm gonna wear the beanie.
Yes.
Put the fake beard on, all that good stuff. Everybody.
Okay, so we've also got to teach Hannah how to do a drag beard. That's what I'm hearing right now.
I'll copy paste and send her mine. It'll be fine. The internet is magical. You're all magical. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. Doc, do the thing.
Love one another. Keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
Later.
Bye.